Hey friends, Michael Warren from Essential Guitar Lessons, and let's learn how to play power chords on guitar and 8 songs to practice. So before you do this one, make sure you've watched part 11 where we learn how to change strings using the one power chord shape. This time we'll learn the second shape we use with power chords, and this one's really easy. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out my YouTube channel Essential Guitar Lessons, songs and lessons uploaded weekly, and I'll leave a link in the description for you. So let's do a quick recap from last lesson. Remember, we want the correct hand position, so we make a puppet, put it straight under. We have to make sure our wrist is down, not up here. Our thumb is straight and not off to the side. We want to keep our fingers as straight as possible to the frets. We don't want them on an angle either. And remember, if you're struggling to get the shape with your third finger, you can use your little finger there. And with our right hand, we're hitting both the strings that our fingers are on there. And also, as we're moving around, make sure your thumb is coming with you. We're not anchoring and trying to move around. Our thumb is moving the whole time we're moving as well. So let's learn the new shape, and this is really easy. We're going to play the open E string, and we're going to take our first finger and place that on the second fret on the A string. And when we're playing this, we play the open E and the A string. So really easy. We can also do that going down a string. This time I'm going to play the open A string and the second fret on the D string. And again, just use my first finger and play the A and the D string. And one more, same shape, but we're going to come down a string again. We have the open D string this time, and second fret on the G string, and play them together, the D and the G. So each time we're playing the open string with it as well. So we have an E power chord, they call that an E5, top E string, second fret A string, an A power chord, A5 chord, open A string, second fret on the D. And we also have the open D string, second fret on the G, and that's a D5 or a D power chord there. So now we have a couple of ways of playing different chords. I could play my A up on the 5th fret, so I could play A 5th fret on the E string, 7th fret on the A string, and that's A. Now the same A is the second power chord we did, open A string, second fret on the D string. That's also A, so exactly the same chord. And when we're playing a song, we can use either. The best way to think about it is whatever's closest, that's the one we'll use. Now I also have the D here, 5th fret on the A string, 7th fret on the D string, that's a D5. It's exactly the same as this one here, open D string, second fret on the G string, that's also the D5. So again, same chord there. Now you may be wondering that doesn't look anything like the shape we've been using. So do this with me, we'll do a little exercise here. Start on the 3rd fret on the E string, 5th fret on the A string. That's our normal power chord shape that we've been using. Go back 1 fret, so we're now 2nd fret on the E, 4th fret on the A. Go back another fret, so now we're on the 1st fret on the E string, 3rd fret on the A string. Now go back 1 more fret, and you see we've run out of room on the E string there, so I have to play it open and my 3rd finger's on the 2nd fret on the A string. So you can see if I put my finger there, it's still the power chord shape. I'm just no longer playing or having a finger on that top E string. It's now open, and I just use my first finger because it's much easier to get to than using my 3rd finger. So you can see it's exactly the same shape there, and that's the same with all strings. So they're the power chords there. We have E, A and D, and we only use those ones there, but it's the same shape for each one. So E, A and D there. Now also, when we're changing, we want to talk about our thumb muting the string, and we spoke about this last lesson. If I'm playing the E power chord, I don't have to worry about muting any strings. If I go from the E to the A, I don't want that E string to keep ringing. I want it to stop. And a way I can do that is just use the side of my thumb here, and it's one stroke. As I go to play the A chord, I'm touching the E string as I'm coming down, so I'm not stopping, touching, then playing. It's one motion. So I go from my E power chord to my A. My thumb has just touched that E string as I've come through with the stroke there. Same if I'm going from A to D, I want to stop it and I'll use my thumb. So A, D, and that stops it from ringing. Now it doesn't matter if I'm going up because our finger will naturally mute the string. So let's have a look at that a bit closer now. So I play the E chord. When I go to play the A, my thumb just touches the E string as I'm playing down on the A chord. So slowly touching the E string, play down. So E power chord to A. Again A to D. A. Just touch the A string with my thumb. And then we're playing the next D power chord there. So E to A to D. And that way I'm stopping the string from ringing above just by touching the string with my thumb. So that's a good habit to get into, whether you're changing just those open power chords or you're changing from, say, a G to a C. It won't matter much if you're on a clean sound, you won't really hear it, but if you're loud and you're playing live in a band, you want to get used to that touching of the string above to mute it from ringing when you play the next chord. So let's jump into some exercises and then the songs. So our first exercise, we're just going to play that first power chord 4 times. So open E string, second fret on the A string, and we're playing the E and the A string 4 times there. Now remember, you don't have to have gain on your guitar for this as well. So 4 times. Remember to play both strings, not just the E string. We're hitting both strings. Nice and easy. We'll come down, open A string, second fret on the D string, and we'll do that 4 times. Remember, we're now playing the A and the D string, don't play the top E string. But you can go as fast or as slow as you want there. Now let's try doing the open D string, second fret on the G string. Again, we're now playing the D and the G string. Do that 4 times. And again, as fast or as slow as you want. Now let's try one more exercise before we get into our songs. So this time we're going to start on our open E, second fret A, play it 4 times. Then we're going to change down to open A, second fret on the D, and then change back again. And we want to get that thumb muting there with our right hand. So 4 times on each one. 2, 3, 4, going down a string, 1, 2, 3, 4, coming back, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just playing E and the A string, and then the A and the D string, and then back to the E and the A, and let's try that again. 2, 3, 4, going down a string, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Now another way to mute that string, some people will use their thumb over the top, and that's okay as well. So I'm going from my E, when I go to the A, I put my thumb on the E string. So the thumb of my left hand here goes up on the E string. And that's not a bad way of doing it as well. I find you're better off getting the technique with your thumb on your right hand better, because if I'm down on the lower strings and I want to stop the G string from ringing when I play the B, I can't put my thumb right over the top. So we're better off using the thumb on our right hand for that. So let's do that last exercise one more time. A power chord. And there are our exercises. So let's jump into our first song. Let's do Numb by Linkin Park. And now we're going to be using all the power chords we've done, or the 2 different shapes we've got. So we're going to start on 2 and 4. 2 on the E string, 4 on the A string. We're just going to play that once and hold for 4. Then we're going to come up to 5 and 7. 5 on the A string, 7 on the D string. Play that once and hold for 4. 3, 4. Come back to our new power chord, open A string, 2nd fret on the D, hold for 4, play once. 3, 4, and then just go back to open E, 2nd fret on the A, hold and play for 4. 3, 4. So we do that through 2 times, and then we end on the chord we started with, the 2 on the E, 4 on the A. So let me do that for you now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, moving up, 2, 3, 4, back, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4. And let's do that up to speed now. It's not much faster than that. Do that again. That's a chorus there to Numb by Linkin Park. Now let's do another. Let's do Glycerine by Bush. Now remember, these are simplified versions of the song just to get us used to the new power chords. So this one we're going to start on the 1st fret on the E string, 3rd fret on the A string. We're going to play 8th notes, so again 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and starting there for 1 bar. So 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Moving to the A string, 3rd fret on the A, 5th fret on the D, and do that again, 8th notes for 1 bar. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Our new chord now, this time we're going open D string, 2nd fret on the G, and 8th notes 1 bar, 2 and 3 and 4 and then we're going back, 1st fret on the A string, 3rd fret on the D string, 8th notes 1 bar, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and we can just repeat that, and that gives us our intro and our verses. So let's do that slowly first. 3, 4 and moving. And again. And let's do that up to speed. Now when they're doing it, he's using palm muting and a little less gain, but remember we're just doing this to get used to our power chords and moving around there. So and you can just keep repeating that over and over again, and that's Glycerine by Bush. So let's do another. Let's try Pour Some Sugar on Me, and this is just a chorus. This is a nice easy one. We're going to start with our new power chord, open E string, 2nd fret on the A, play that 2 times, then put a stop, so we're just using our hand to stop the strings from ringing. Then we're coming down, open A string, 2nd fret on the D, do the same, 2 times and a stop. Now we're coming up to the 2nd fret on the A string, 4th fret on the D string, do it 2 times and a stop, and again 2 times and a stop. And that's our chorus. We just play that through 3 times. Let's do that slowly first. And again. Let's try that up to speed. One more time. So that's a nice easy one there. Remember, just take your time with all of these and build your speed up. So let's do Hit Me With Your Best Shot by Pat Benatar, and this is the intro in the chorus. So this one's going to be a little bit harder now. We're going to start on 7 and 9, 7 on the A string, 9 on the D string, play that once. Then we're jumping all the way back down, and we're going to play the open A string, 2nd fret on the D string 2 times. Now 4th fret on the A string, 6th fret on the D string 2 times. And 2nd fret on the A string 4th fret on the D 2 times. So that first part slowly. And I'm putting a stop after each one there as well. Then we go back to the start again, 7 and 9 on the A and D. Open A 2nd fret on the D 2 times. 4 and 6, 4 on the A, 6 on the D 2 times. 2 and 4, 2 on the A, 4 on the D 2 times. Back to our open A string 2nd fret on the D 2 times. And back to 2 and 4, 2 on the A, 4 on the D. So let me play that second part slowly for you. So it's a little bit harder now, we're moving that part quite quick. Let's do the whole thing slowly. And now let's try that up to speed. And that's it there. Now from that last chord on the 2 and the 4 and to start the new one on the 7 and 9, you can slide up to that there. So, and we slide up, and as soon as we get to the 9 and the 7, we play it there. So that's Hit Me With Your Best Shot by Pat Benatar. Let's try another. So let's try Dirty Deeds by AC/DC. Again, these are all simplified versions. So we're going to start on our open E, 2nd fret A, our new power chord, play that once. Now come up to your 3rd fret on the E, 5th fret on the A, play that once. And back to our open E, 2nd fret A. So we have. Then we're going to come to the open A, 2nd fret D, back to our open E, 2nd fret A. And then we're going to jump to our open D, 2nd fret G, and back to our open E, 2nd fret A. So slowly. So that's a little bit trickier now. We want to make sure when we're jumping that we're muting the strings with our thumb, and let's do that up to speed now. Again. So again, just take your time with that and build up your speed. Let's do another. So let's do Jessie's Girl by Rick Springfield, and this is just the intro to the song. So we're going to start on our open D, 2nd fret G 2 times, open A, 2nd fret D 2 times, moving up to 2nd fret on the A, 4th fret on the D 2 times, changing strings again, 3rd fret on the E, 5th fret on the A 2 times, back to our open A, 2nd fret D 2 times, and finishing on our starting chord, open D, 2nd fret G 2 times. And we just keep repeating that over and over again. So let's do that slowly. And let's do that up to speed now. A little bit harder this one. That's the intro there. So again, just take your time and build that speed up, because it is quite tricky jumping from those open chords to our normal power chords that we've been using as well. So let's do another. Let's do Rock You Like a Hurricane by the Scorpios. This is our intro and our chorus. This time we're going to start on the 7th fret on the A string, 9th fret on the D string, and play that 3 times. Coming all the way back and changing strings, 3rd fret on the E, 5th fret on the A, play that 2 times. our new chord, open A string, 2nd fret on the D string 2 times. Changing chords again, 3rd fret on the A, 5th fret on the D once. And then just move that up, 5th fret on the A, 7th fret on the D, and do it 2 times. And then we just repeat that over and over again. So it's slowly. Now let's try that up to speed again. Big jump from the 1st chord to the 2nd chord there. So there's Rock You Like a Hurricane. Once you've played the first 2 chords, it's not too hard. We're just staying on the A and the D string and moving up. We're playing the A power chord, C power chord, D power chord, and then moving back to that E power chord on the 7th fret. So we've got A. So again, just take your time and build your speed up. And let's do one more. Let's try I Love Rock and Roll by Joan Jett. This time we're going to start on the open E string, 2nd fret on the A string, play that 2 times with a stop, another 2 times with a stop. This time we're just playing the 3rd fret by itself on the E string. Then we play the open A string, 2nd fret on the D string 2 times. Now 2nd fret on the A string, 4th fret on the D string 2 times. And then back to the 3rd fret on the E string just by itself. So you want to use your 2nd finger for that E string on the 3rd fret. That way I'm ready to jump to my A power chord, and coming back, my fingers spare there. So let's try that first part slowly. And you can put a bit of vibrato on that 3rd fret there. It just means we're pulling it down, coming back again. Don't worry too much if you can't do that. The next part we start the same. Open E string, 2nd fret on the A string 2 times, stop. Again, 3rd fret on the E. Open A, 2nd fret on the D 2 times. This time we play the 2nd fret on the A, 4th fret on the D once, 3rd fret on the E, 5th fret on the A once, and back to our open E, 2nd fret A, 2 times, stop, again, then we do that another 2 times there. So let me play the whole thing through for you slowly, then we'll do it up to speed. And then we have our little fill in there as well. So let's try that up to speed now. So that gives you 8 different songs to practice here. Remember, just take your time, build your speed up with all of these, and practice getting our thumb on the string above as we're changing chords there, because it's a really good habit to get into there. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.